Okay, welcome, participants. Now, I want to discuss about a new topic, that is multi-dimensional scaling. In abbreviation, it's known as MDS. Actually, it is a concept related with the factor analysis. Even though it is a concept related with the factor analysis, still there are certain significant differences between factor analysis and multi-dimensional scale. Okay, please wait. I must share my SPSS screen to you. Yes, it is the screen related with the multi-dimensional scale. First, please see the variable view. Here you can see 10 different types of variable named A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. Those variable may be related with the buses. A means name of a particular bus. B means name of another bus. C means name of another bus. D means name of another bus. Like, otherwise, it will be the various names related with cars. A means Maruti Suzuki. B means Benz. Etc. Like yes. Otherwise, those variables may be related with the toothpaste. For example, A means Colgate, B means close-up, etc. Here, we have to identify the similarities and dissimilarities among those objects. That is the objective of multi-dimensional scale. Multi-dimensional scaling may be two-dimensional or three-dimensional. At last, we should get A, B, C are similar with respect to one-dimensional. Otherwise, we may get G, H, I named objects are similar with respect to one dimension. That means A may be Colgate, B may be close-up, C may be Pepsodent. At last, we should get Colgate, close-up, and Pepsodent have similarities with respect to one dimension. One dimension. That type of analysis is known as multi-dimensional analysis. For example, if those variables are related with the cars, the two dimensions may be first dimension, economy, then second dimension, sportiness. At last, we should get what are the most economical cars. Yes, likewise, which are the most high prestige cars. Yes, multidimensional. With the help of multidimensional scaling, you can assess the similarities and dissimilarities among the objects. It will be the output is usually a two-dimensional or three-dimensional. Okay. If actually it is a graph, it is a graph, it is a map or graph. If the points are close, it indicates similar. If the points are not close, it indicates most dissimilar. Okay. Certain times you can notice a cluster. Cluster means groups of similar objectives. Certain times you can notice isolated points. It indicates unique objects. Okay. Here you can see it is a SPSS screen. First of all, you have to enter the variable view. In the variable view, here you can see 10 objects. I have already told you that the 10 objects may be related with the different names related with the toothpaste or cars or buses, etc. I have taken the 10 objectives in scale. Scale means either ratio scale or interval scale in SPSS. Then please enter data view. First of all, A may be close-up. Then you can see the similarity among 10 objects. Here, the minimum value 1, maximum value 7. 1 means very dissimilar. 7 means very similar. On other values ranges between 1 and 7. Here you can see in A column, second value 2. 2 means similarity between A and B. Please note, first value in B column is 2. Then please note A column, third value 3. That means similarity between A and C. First value in C column is 3. Likewise, you can see next value, that means fourth value in A column is 4. That is first value in D column. That means similarity between A and D. Then next column, fifth value in A column is 6. That is the first value in E column. That means similarity between A and E is 6. Likewise, data is arranged. Then you have to analyze the data with the help of SPSS. Please type analyze. Then you can see scale. Then multi-dimensional scaling as well. Take it. Okay. Then you have to transfer all variables into variable menu. I have already done it. Then data distances. Then shape square symmetric default. Okay, no problem. Then model, we have to type interval. Okay. Then scaling model, Euclidean distance, conditionality, metrics. Please continue. Then options. Please tick. I have already done it. Please understand that you have to tick it. Group plots, data metrics, model and option summary. Then criteria values are default. You need not do nothing. Then continue. Then okay. Then you should get the output. I may show the output to you. Please wait. Stop share. Okay. Here you can see the output. Okay. You can see the output. Here the most important one, you have to find out the similarities and dissimilarities among the different objects. That is very, very important. Okay. Please see the graph. Okay. Here you can see two dimensions. One is x-axis, second is y-axis. Dimension 1 is horizontal, that is x-axis. Dimension 2 is y-axis. Here you can see D and B. Those objects are closer. Those objects are closer with respect to dimension 1. Okay. With respect to dimension 1. Likewise, you can see as far as dimension 2 is concerned, J is at one side, then Q is other side, just opposite. As far as dimension 2 is concerned, both J and G are just opposite. Likewise, you can see J, F, Q values are closer. H, I, G objects are closer. You can see the closer objectives, cluster, that is cluster. Certain objects are formed in cluster. Then as far as dimension 1 is concerned, D and B are closer. It locates on one side. Then F and D, F and D, our values are located on the next extreme. As far as dimension 1 is concerned, those are the interpretation. From the graph, you can understand the similarities and dissimilarities between the objects. Here, the object may be A, B, C, D, like objects may be different toothpaste or different cars, etc. Okay, this is interpretation. the letter with the multidimensional scaling. Certainly, it is a multidimensional scaling part 1. We will continue our discussion tomorrow. That is multidimensional scaling part 2. Okay. Then you should get a clear idea about multidimensional scale. Okay. Until then, thank you.